Have y'all ever done crack? All right, John.
I thought Jacob's Ladder was
hush.
Opryland.
John, have you ever done crack?
No. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you're not John. John, have you ever done crack?
Squirrel.
Yes or no?
Not that I'm aware of.
Sarah, have you ever done crack?
No.
Okay.
Wait.
Monty, have you ever done crack?
One time.
Okay. Will, have you ever done crack?
No, sir.
All right.
You're
I've
fucking
done
lying.
crack for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. I've told you all the crack story.
No. Wait. Which? No.
Where I got the Opryland tickets.
No. Okay. I ain't heard this one.
Do you guys want to hear a story?
Yes.
Wait, let's do a shot.
Amen.
Give a shot to crack.
Here's the crack. Wait. Here's the crack, Opryland, and a fucking ladder.
There you go. The ladder.
The ladder on the Screaming Demon ride.
Hell, I met Ralph Emery a couple of times at Opryland Hotel.
I met him before.
Opryland theme park. He's one of my influences for doing the podcast.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
I used to watch the show
That morning show.
Before school, yeah.
That before school, right before Gilligan's Island.
Yep.
That's funny.
Gilligan's
Y'all-
Island!
Do you remember Shotgun Red?
Yeah.
His
that
son.
was later.
Yeah, his son was. We started comedy together.
No shit. Yeah, when he was doing the Shotgun, but when he was doing the WSMV morning show,
Yeah.
like as a kid, I didn't really give two fucks. So all right, so like here's the whole story.
Okay.
Are
Here we
y'all
go.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks.
I told this a long time
2,
ago.
1, go.
So there was this show called The Ralph Emery Show that aired on WSMV in Nashville. Holy fucking shit, Sarah! That's where the computer equipment is, baby.
You're just so funny. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, keep
And I
going.
actually didn't want to slay.
You start tying her up so she can't move around and shit.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
There's laws against that, but I think she'd like it. But then we'd have to get on Patreon and charge people to see it. So
I can't see her being still that long.
she gets hotter and hotter the drunker I get. I don't know what it is.
I'm not sure. That's like Monty saying I love you because you don't shut the fuck up.
Well, when you have a podcast, you need somebody to talk. You don't need nobody just to sit there and don't say anything. So thank you for being here, for not shutting up.
You're motherfucking welcome.
Okay, back to the crack story.
Oh, okay. Are we doing a crack story? Or Opryland?
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Same story.
Did they go together?
It's kind of holy shit. It's like long. All right, so I'm gonna speed it up.
Okay.
So as a kid, we watched the Ralph Emery Show.
Yeah.
And as living in Nashville, as it was kind of a small town, is he seizing?
I don't know what's going on.
He's like,
He's too high.
You're funny.
Between
Keep going.
you and my dog, I don't know what's going on. Forrest, go lie down.
Keep going.
Okay, so I started meeting people from the Ralph Emery Show, and one of the first people that I met from the Ralph Emery Show, because we watched it every morning, I knew everybody. My mom brought home this guy with his kind of the mullet with the long hair and his boots and everything come in, and I instantly recognized him. And my mom was like, "Hey, Rev, I want you to meet," and I was like, "Tim Atwood," and she was surprised. I don't know what fake name she was gonna give, but when I recognized that motherfucker and he smiled, I was like, "That's Tim Atwood. He's the piano player of the fucking Ralph Emery Show." And I was like, "My mom fucking Tim Atwood." And so then I would meet people like they had these two old ladies that would do a comedy thing on fucking Ralph Emery Show. So then one day I'm at Opryland theme park and I meet Ralph Emery. I'm separated from my guys. I'm running and like I look up and Ralph Emery is standing right there. So I'm talking to him and it was like, "Oh man, I watch your show and everything. And I've met people from your show." It's like, "Oh, who have you met?" I was like, "Well, my mom's fucking Tim Atwood." Right? He laughs, right? And so I'm bullshitting. My friends catch up. I was like, "Hey man, catch you later. It's nice to fucking meet you." A year later, I see him at the same place, that whole place where the Grizzly River Rampage was, that whole kind of Appalachian area.
Yeah.
Standing there again. And I was like, "Ralph Emery, do you remember me?" He goes, "Yeah, your mom's fucking Tim Atwood." Right? I was like, "Yeah." So bullshit with him and everything. So like I met a lot of people. So one year, and this was the last year that Opryland theme park was open, my mom and my stepfather, for some reason, got bundles
Tim
of these
Atwood?
things.
No, go.
They got these bundles, these things called Trickets. And I don't know if you remember what Trickets were, but Trickets were the 3-day passes that they would sell at a discounted rate. So people who would come out of town from whatever, they would buy the Trickets and they get the 3-day pass. Well, we would always get season passes and everything, but this year my mother and my stepfather were like here and gave us bundles of these fucking things. These things sold for like $30 or something like that. We were selling them for $15 and everything. Well, one day when me and my first wife were just hanging out and there's a knock on the door. Now, we were living in West Nashville over by the Nations. We were living on a street called Deal Avenue. No shit, Deal Avenue.
Okay.
So all my neighbors, I found out, were all doing crack all around me. One day, I get this on my door, so I answer, and this guy, his name is Word. He's about a 4 foot tall white dude. Normally, probably would have been 6 foot tall, but he's all kind of like this, so he's like 4 fucking foot.
He was probably
They
Armenian.
call him Word because every time you get Word, every time you get Word, right? And so Word comes up, and
We got a guy named. Go ahead.
he's wanting some weed because to balance out their crack. And so I was like, yeah, man, I got some bud. I'll give you, I'll give you a bud. And so I'm giving him a bud, and like me and my wife were standing beside each other. Like I didn't let Word in, of course, because he's a crackhead, right? So like I'm giving him the bud, and like Word is like, hey, if you guys want to come over here and smoke a bump and everything, you guys are welcome to come over. As I'm saying no, my first wife is saying yes. And I'm looking over at her. You want to go over there and do crack? So we go over there to do crack. So I'm sitting there, got this shotgun.
There's always a woman to get them started.
Yeah, biblical, man.
Eve.
So, he lives in this like, I thought it was a shack. I didn't even know it was like a residence. It was in
Shiggity
between two houses.
So
But it's a
we're not-
shotgun shack, so it goes all the way
Yeah.
down, right?
In West
so it's like
Nashville.
literally like you can see all the way through this fucking house. So we're sitting in the living room, and like they got the chore boy and the antenna, and I'm hitting it. I don't feel anything. My wife is geeked out. I'm looking at her. I'm like, God damn. Everyone's geeked out and everything. I feel fucking nothing. So they're like, well, hey, we got our guy coming over and everything. So he comes over, and like I'm sitting on the couch, so I'm looking up at him, and as he comes in, he's like this tall white dude. He's got this brimmed like leather cowboy hat, and he's got this leather fucking like fucking long coat,
His
whatever
thing?
the fuck, trench coat. Yeah, kind of exactly. Are you him? So anyway, he comes in. And he's doling everybody out there bumps and everything. It's like, hey, man, do you want something? I was like, oh, no, dude, I don't have any cash on me. But if you want to trade, I've got these tickets. And he was like, those Opryland tickets? I was like, well, they're 3-day passes. And I was like, I sell them. They're $30 value. I sell them for $15, And it's like, yeah, I'll take some. So I'm doling out tickets for like crack. And like, I'm king of crack at this moment. Like, I'm like, everybody's looking at me and like, let's party. So all of a sudden, like now I do it again. And I'm like, woo! We're doing shit. So we're just in like over 2 weeks until these tickets are gone. We're calling this dude over in the trench coat, and we are getting fucked up like I have never been fucked up before. I mean, I have never done crack before this. I've not done crack after this, but this 2-week crack period, I did so much crack, like so much crack. It was like pathetic.
And why have an idea? I know
So
who
you're the
talking about.
reason Opryland went out of business.
He's tricky.
She just said it. So I was selling this guy the tickets. Of course, he was selling them. It was the year that Opryland closed down. They said that they closed down just for a quick cash grab, but I think that they got invaded by crackheads. I think all year long,
your
Opryland
fault.
had nothing but crackheads. And they're like, where did all these crackheads come from?